What we doing? Excuse me. Happy Sabbath world. This is Omar Hosea, uh, Northern Continental Director. Legal Shalom. Shalom. Just thinking, right, on this wonderful Sabbath day, I had woke up in the most wonderful mood, and, you know, my family member came in from town this weekend, and, she didn't get anything done, and I'm looking at everybody in their own space, what they got to do as individuals, personal, in their own personal space. And I'm looking at it like a bunch of marbles in a bag. And each marble has its own color and size and sphere and geometric shapes. But but you can't press one marble into another marble unless you put some fire in them, and then you'll put two marbles in one. Something's hotter than the two marbles make them become one. I said it to say this. Personal, I was thinking like, I was trying to have a conversation with people, like these bags of marbles, right? I'll be a marble, and I go amongst the other marbles, and I got my own shape. Leave me alone. You got your own shape. I'll leave you alone. But for the simple fact that we both have a shape, and we're both marbles, we can find out what things can we do together to create a game, or to create a way of life, or to create a dialect. But it's like, how can I be a good associate to you or to myself if I personalize everything? It's like, also, if one said, I don't need another one, there would never be a two of that one. And so, this weekend, I'm just noticing how everybody is living off of persona or personalism. And they've created a characteristic about that called me, or I, or my way of life, or my way of doing things. And I'm like, man, no wonder there's a law or people named after, or a group called persons, called black and white people, because people are the plural of person, and it's like amazing how if you can find the person with everybody take as personal, you can control a large crowd like that, like money. Everybody take their money as personal, not realizing that the person printing it is taking it beyond personalism, but gave it a characteristic, and we live after that characteristics. And so now, in the personal mind state, I can't ever have a conversation, because when I say, hey, let's talk about the common that is in me, that is in you, that is in all of us. Like, we have a common heart, we have a common concerns, and even if I'm from one side of the country, you're from another side of the country, that the common thing is we both like to eat. We both like to smell good. I'm quite sure we both like to put clothing on. We might like to swim, arts, music. There's a lot of commonalities without taking something personal, like, I don't like to swim, so you won't go to the edge of the water or edge of the beach. I don't like to fly, and so you'll never experience a roller coaster, or going on a nice ride with somebody. And it's not the fact that the person doesn't have a right to say what they don't like. It's after the fact that when they say what they don't like, they go through all this personal reasons of why, when the fact that the simple fact that when you said you don't like it is good enough. What's the next thing? And when you think about it, when you listen to persons or people and their characteristics, even me, because I'm looking for one too. I want for somebody to tell me my characteristics. But I've heard a lot of characteristics people taught me, but you don't want to hear that right now. And so in this personal life, or in my life, or in the I world, the I, or the I of the pyramid, the I, the selfish I, in I world, or in my world, it says that there is no room for group. There's no room for the we or the us. Like it used to be called the U.S. States. You know, the United States. Oh no. So it's us. There's no us. And now, like when I talk to my mom, and I try to have a nice little conversation, we're not saying that she's bad or good or right or wrong. We're not saying that, people. I love my mom. But it's like, she has a lot of stuff. People, when you have a lot of stuff, and things don't go your way because nobody wants to move all that stuff, you can't take it personal that nobody care about you. They just don't care about all that stuff that you care about. And it ain't that nobody wants you to throw it away or sell it or this or that. It's just that person has the right not to be bombarded emotionally by your characteristics of how you feel about all that stuff. For instance, if you got 2,000 pairs of shoes, why buy another pair? Don't make no sense. If you have 1,000 scrubs, I mean, they're all in good condition, mint, close to new condition too. Why you keep buying another sets? You know? And then get mad when you got to bring storages and stuff like that. Or you got to go pay, there might be a promotion for you guys, I'll say it anyway. If you have to go get 2 guys in the truck, you know, you wouldn't have to have all those expenses if you stop hoarding and trying to keep everything as if they're sacred and there is materials. So I just wanted to share something with y'all today, man. You know, you can have a personal conversation between two people or a group, and everybody can find a common in that conversation because group A and group B, there's 2 different conversations. So that's personal. Anonymity, no problem. But when you have personal stuff going in your own personal life that nobody can or have the desire to intervene, and you force that on somebody, that's unhealthy personalism. Because it's about you. It's not about the 1 and the 2, or the 1, 2, 3, or the 1, 2, 3 and the 6, or the 1, 2, 3, 6 and the 18. You know, there's a law for that. There's a race of people for that. They're called black and white people. It's called consensual slavery, when you take yourself as a person and you personalize all your stuff and say it's my, me, I, myself. You know. Until next time, person to person. Be good to each other. You know, share the common that's in all things, that's in all of us. And not just about what you're going to go for, what you're not going to go for. Peace.